Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to a new day of theme. In your packet, you are going to see this piece of paper. We're going to do another color by number. We're still working on fine-tuning that coloring, keeping the color inside the spaces. We're working on identifying our numbers, and we're going to be working on identifying some of the color words that you see at the top of your paper in the box. Let's try to read and sound out these different sounds for the color words that are in this box. It says color code at the top. The first one for number 1, whenever you see a number 1 in this picture, you're going to use this color. It says ed. We know the D sound from our study of Doc. Red. Red. What color is a number 1 going to be? Red. So I'm going to take my red crayon and I'm going to color this as a reminder of what I'm going to do whenever I see the number 1 hidden in this box. Number 2 starts with the letter B. B says B, like ball and baby. B, own. O-W, it says ow, like when you hurt your elbow or you skin your knee and you say ow. That's what that O-W says. B-er-own. Brown. Brown. So brown is going to be for the number 2. There's a lot of number 2s and there's bigger sections of it because this cookie is the gingerbread. And we know cookies, these gingerbread cookies, are brown. Number 3 starts with the letter O. Orange. 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 Now, this letter O is making a different sound. We usually say O says ah, like Oswald, but there are some colors like orange or oranges that you eat or orange juice that you drink makes it with an O sound. So number 3 is going to be orange for this picture. Number 4 starts with the letter G. What color do you know that starts with G and says G at the beginning? Green. 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 So when you see a number 4, you can color that green. Number 5 starts with a W. White. White. The H is silent in that. Some words you don't hear it, but you can see it when it's written out. White. We're not going to color that. You're just going to leave that white, like the white icing that you see on some cookies. Number 6 is a word that starts with the letter P. P says ink. Pink. Pink. So there are a few of these that are going to be pink. Wherever you see the number 6 is going to be pink. And then number 7 is another word that starts with the letter P. It makes the P sound and it goes like this. Purple. 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 So whenever you see the number 7, you're going to use your purple crayon to color that. All right, here's your color code. While you are coloring, I want to read our last gingerbread book for you. This is one that isn't like the other ones about a gingerbread girl or a gingerbread baby. This is about the gingerbread pirates. I can't wait to read this with you. The author is Kristen Clanstrup, and the illustrator who did the pictures, his name is Matt Tavares. So I hope you enjoy this and color your picture while you listen. It was Christmas Eve, and Jim and his mother were making gingerbread men. Let's make a pirate crew, said Jim. And so they did. The captain had a gingerbread cutlass and a peg leg made from a toothpick. Jim loved him best of all. You'd better leave some pirates out for Santa Claus to eat, said his mother. Not Captain Cookie, said Jim. At bedtime, Jim took the captain to his room. I wish you had a ship, he whispered as he climbed into bed. Then he lay awake, listening for reindeer hooves on the roof. Captain Cookie seemed to be listening, too. Jim fell asleep, but Captain Cookie went on listening. Where's my crew, he wondered. And who's the Santa Claus who wants to eat them? When the house was quiet, he swished his cutlass through the air. That's another name for his sword. He tested his peg leg. Tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. He climbed down into darkness. Then he ran. Tap, step, or step, tap, step, tap, step, tap. He ran until he came to a cliff. He dropped his cutlass over it, then followed. He found his cutlass, and then another cliff. So he did it all again, one cliff after another, until he reached the bottom. Then Captain Cookie had a shock. A mouse was nibbling on his cutlass. Why, it's half gone, said the captain. He grabbed the cutlass and slashed at the air. Oh, it's ruined, he moaned. And off he went. Stomp tap, stomp tap, stomp tap. Merry Christmas, called the mouse. Christmas? What's that? Thought the captain. Then he turned the corner and saw something that astonished him. A huge tree with stars in its branches. Ahoy there, said a voice. Looking up, Captain Cookie saw two pirates climbing down toward him. My crew, he thought. The two men, Wavy and Dots by name, dropped to the ground. They jumped right up, but the captain saw that Dots had broken his hand. No cutlass, and now a wounded man, he thought. Just then there was a thump and a scrape. A black cloud puffed toward them. Run! Shouted the captain. They ran until they had to stop for breath. Who is that? Cried Dots. That must be the cannibal, Santa Claus, said Captain Cookie. We've got to get out of here before he eats us. Where's the rest of the crew? Up on the cliff, I think, said Wavy. Start climbing, men, said the captain. Look at they're very, very nervous. Up they went. They're in jail, cried Dots when they reached the top. Save us, cried the pirates. Wavy and Dots kicked at the prison walls. They'd tried in vain to move the roof. What about a rope and pulley for the ship? Said Wavy. What about the ship's cannon? Said Dots. There is no ship, said the captain. Then he noticed a strange look on Wavy's face, and he whirled around. What he saw made him wish for his cutlass. Oh no, what do you think it is? A gigantic man was leaning over them. Young Jim always leaves cookies for me, he said. But the plate was empty, so I came in here. Look out, boys, ordered the captain. The big man lifted the prison roof and peered in. Don't you eat my crew, shouted the captain, raising his fists. The man blinked. This is your crew, he said. Yes, said the captain. And who are you? I'm Santa Claus, and I swear by my sleigh I won't eat your men. Sleigh? What's that? Some kind of ship? That's right. Swears by his ship. Can't be all bad, thought the captain. Still, he was suspicious. What are you doing here? He asked. Why, it's Christmas. Christmas? Said Captain Cookie. I wish somebody would tell me what that is. Santa Claus laughed. Follow me, he said. I'll show you a bit of Christmas. Back beside the starlit tree, the pirates watched as Santa Claus reached into an enormous bag. What have you got there? The captain began. It's a ship, Wavy shouted. And the next thing Captain Cookie knew, his men were swarming its decks and rigging. There's cannons and cutlasses, said Dot. The sky glittered with stars. The captain rubbed his eyes. Real pirates, he thought, and a real ship. He turned to look back. Merry Christmas, he called. But Santa Claus was already gone. On Christmas morning, Jim's mother found an empty plate on the mantel. It looks like Santa Claus found the gingerbread men, she said. But Jim was admiring his presents. His favorite was the pirate ship and his pirate crew. The captain had a cutlass and a peg leg, and Jim loved him best of all. The end. I hope you enjoyed reading the Gingerbread Pirate story with me. I hope your coloring is going well, and I will see you tomorrow for our next gingerbread activity.